Hi, Doug Jones here with another Energy Matters vlog. This one is Mindfulness and the Dueling Impulses Part 3. Well, there's a thing that came up when I was doing parts 1 and 2 that I didn't mention just a little bit, and I wanted to mention this a little bit because it's relevant to the conversation. One of the things that can happen when I use mindfulness to backtrack to the source or the impulse, the causal genesis of an impulse, is I find that it's not a healthy genesis. The core causal place is a wound or a belief system that doesn't serve me, something along that line. So here's an example. A while ago, I had a very powerful man call for a session, and he's successful and well known. And I watched what happened the morning before I treated him. And I found that I was really nervous and I was really insecure and I wanted to try extra hard so he had an extra good session. And what's really interesting is I'm old enough in the work to know that that's a recipe for disaster. It's like a baseball player deciding it's time to hit a home run, I'm going to swing for the fences, and usually you just strike out. So I used this technique and I backtracked back, and I found that a very childhood insecurity, a very young place in me, was afraid that this person wouldn't like me and wouldn't like my work and would maybe speak ill of me, and there was a whole fantasy. And the interesting thing was that particular youthful insecurity had placed itself in the driver's seat of the Dougmobile. And let me tell you, that aspect was way too young to drive. I had to say, okay, you get to get out of the driver's seat. And I was able to choose. And I put my Stone Cold Pro in the driver's seat and went about my business and gave him a session without attachment to outcome. It just did my craft, did my job. And it went very well. He came back and was really tickled with the work. But this technique of using mindfulness to backtrack, it's very helpful in finding my wounded places, the places that could use a little more attention, a little more care. I could do some inquiry practice to try to heal this young and old, it's ancient, insecure place in me. And it also highlights other aspects of my woundedness, my very normal, healthy human insecurity and wounds and foibles and neuroses and all those things. So this practice can really do two great things. One is it can highlight, when I go back to the causal forces of the impulses, it can highlight where I have more work to do. And it can also keep me from having the wrong thing in the driver's seat, because that just doesn't go very well for me. So I hope this was helpful to you. This is Doug Jones. Have a great day.